It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. In the year 3535, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lies. Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. In the year 4545, ain't gonna need your teeth, won't need your eyes. You won't find a thing to chew, nobody's gonna look at you. In the year 5555, your arms are hanging limp at your sides. Your legs got nothing to do, some machine doing that for you. In the year 6565, ain't gonna need no husband, won't need no wife. You pick your son, pick your daughter too, from the bottom of a long glass tube. Whoa, whoa. In the year 7510, if God's a-comin', he ought to make it by then. Maybe he'll look around himself and say, guess it's time for the judgment day. In the year 8510, God is gonna shake his mighty head. He'll either say, I'm pleased where man has been, or tear it down and start again. Whoa, whoa. In the year 9595, I'm kinda wondering if man is gonna be alive. He's taken everything this old earth can give, and he ain't put back nothing. Whoa, whoa. Now it's been 10,000 years, man has cried a billion tears for what he never knew. Now man's reign is through, but through eternal night, the twinkling of starlight, so very far away, maybe it's only yesterday. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. In the year 3535.
As you can see here, Deagle takes their information from a lot of government links and sources, including the U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Defense, the government, United States Air Force, Army, Marines, U.S. Navy, sources, U.S. DOD, Department of State, CIA, World Bank, and the European Union. Deagle lists pertinent facts for 209 countries, including gross domestic product in U.S. dollars, millions, military expenditures, the power purchase parity in U.S. dollars, as well as the U.S. dollar. And we have 209 countries ranked. What you're going to see here for the U.S. is going to blow your mind. As you can see, we got U.S. 2013 information, population 316 million, 33 inhabitants per square mile, a gross domestic product of $17 trillion, and a military budget of $726 billion. Let's go down to the forecast for 2025. What do we got? How did we get from 316 million in 2013 to a forecast of 69 million to a forecast of 69 million?
What you're seeing here
is a mirage.
It was written in 1957, and it's Lucis Trust, which originally was Lucifer Publishing Company. But the name was too much in the face, so they changed it to Lucis Trust. Same thing. She writes, "Thus a great and new movement is proceeding, and a tremendously increased interplay and interaction is taking place." Interaction with whom?
Yes.
This will go on until, that's stunning, AD 2025.
Just for those of you that haven't seen this, this is the Epistle of Barnabas. He explains how God made the earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. The seventh day is the Sabbath. Okay, well, a day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. And Barnabas goes on to explain that the 6 days of creation equals 6,000 years. And then God makes an end of everything after 6,000 years. And then he comes back and sets up his kingdom for 1,000 years on the seventh day. That's the day of the Lord. You know, a day is 1,000 years. He tells you about it right here, but y'all listen to this real quick, and then I got something from a Bible from 1800. Here, listen to this.
He speaks of the Sabbath at the beginning of the creation. And God made in 6 days the works of his hands, and on the seventh day he made an end, and rested in it, and sanctified it. Notice, children, what is the meaning of he made an end in 6 days. He means this, that the Lord will make an end of everything in 6,000 years. For a day with him means 1,000 years. And he himself is my witness when he says, he means this, that the Lord will make an end of everything in 6,000 years. For a day with him means 1,000 years. And he himself is my witness when he says, Lo, the day of the Lord shall be as 1,000 years. So then, children, in 6 days, that is, in 6,000 years, everything will be completed. And he rested on the seventh day.
One more time.
This means, so then, children, in 6 days, that is, in 6,000 years, everything will be completed. And he rested on the seventh day. This means...
Okay, I'm going to show you a clip from a Bible back from the 1800s that it has chronological order and dates in it. This is pretty amazing. It's only a minute long, but y'all check this out.
This Bible from 1813 has something very interesting. It is a facts page that contains a list of people and events in chronological order. It says, whereupon we reckon that from Adam unto Christ are 3,947 years, 6 months and 10 days. And from the birth of Christ to this present year is 1814 years. Then the whole sum and number of years, from the beginning of the world unto this present year is 5,788, 6 months, and the said odd 10 days. In the year 1814 the world really was 5,788 years old. This year, 2022, the earth would be approximately 5,998 years old. This year, 2022, the earth would be approximately 5,998 years old. It says, whereupon we reckon that from Adam unto Christ are 3,947 years, 6 months and 10 days. And from the birth of Christ to this present year is 1814 years. Then the whole sum and number of years, from the beginning of the world unto this present year is 5,788, 6 months, and the said odd 10 days. In the year 1814 the world really was 5,788 years old. This year, 2022, the earth would be approximately 5,998 years old. This year, 2022, the earth would be approximately 5,998 years old.
And through the medium of light supernal, the Christ is preparing himself to reappear as part of the immediate work of implementing the plan on earth. And in the reappearance of the Christ, we read that the avatar of synthesis is currently overshadowing the Christ as he prepares to reappear.
It was written in 1957, and it's Lucis Trust, which originally was Lucifer Publishing Company. The present cycle from now until that date. Is she making that date prominent?
Yes.
What was the date in Deagle?
2025.
What was the date in that movie clip?
2025.
Who runs Hollywood?
Jesuits.
Jesuit Theater. Fascinating. The present cycle from now until that date is called technically the stage of the forerunner.
Mm-hmm.
Forerunner to whom?
Satan.
Satan. It is preparatory in nature, testing in its methods. Are we being tested right now as to how far we can be pushed?
Yes, how far they can put the control on us.
And intended to be revelatory in its techniques and results.
And in June 1945, Christ set in motion the forces of reconstruction, which are related to the will aspect of divinity. These forces of reconstruction are effective mainly in relation to those entities which we call nations. And the hierarchy at this time is attempting to channel them into the assembly of the United Nations. United Nations.
United Nations.
2025 hierarchy will manifest itself. Now this is interesting. Now Alice A. Bailey is basically the prophetess for the United Nations.
Yes.
And the use made of these impersonal energies, he said, is dependent upon the quality and the nature of the recipient nation, on its measure of true enlightenment, and on its point in evolution, so as eventually to restore stability to the planet and give the incoming Aquarian influences a stable and extended field in which to work. The seventh ray works powerfully through Uranus, and visualizing this planet's influence, we can help to consolidate the new world order on the physical plane. We can help
to consolidate the new world order on the physical plane.
So as we look around the world and see crystallized forms, the established order breaking up before our eyes, let's fix our attention on those ideas around which new structures can be erected. World organization is born on the mental plane, and all world serving groups can play an important part in energizing constructive principles for manifestation on the physical plane. And through this magical reformation, the etheric patterns of relationship between people, nations, and kingdoms of nature will eventually achieve a spiritual organization as perfect as the internal geometry of a diamond.
One day, Jesus is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when He makes His personal appearance. My God, what if His appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready.